one of the theses for me personally, especially at Maveron, we started looking around this Internet of Things and connected device space, and we looked at everything from the platforms to the individual devices. And the more time we spent, I believe there's going to eventually emerge an Android or something that makes all these devices connect together. But I heard a quote from Scott McNealy of Sun that says, who owns the platform is whoever has the most effing devices. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. And I actually think talking now to all the manufacturers and the CE manufacturers and the Comcast and the plumbing, everyone's so gun shy that they're going to get cut out of the equation, that everyone's kind of playing defense. And that's kind of this islands of things phenomena. And my belief is somebody's got to keep having, like the Nest, break out individual single devices that work. No one goes in the store and wants to buy a hub unless you're a maker or a hacker. I mean, the mainstream audience doesn't actually do that. It's got to be individual devices. And then when there's enough critical mass and people are starting to buy their second and third device, then all of a sudden you're going to start to see them play nicer together. And so I think starting off the platform, again, it's just my opinion, is be a great outcome, but I think it's unlikely. Now, in the wearable market, it's super interesting because I kind of think that the trends are Moore's law, that everything in the world is going to have an accelerometer tacked into it because you can, right? And you look at these sensors, and sensors are getting smaller, they're getting cheaper, and it's going to be really easy to jam a sensor for just about everything, including your skin and Band-Aids and stuff like that over time. So then you start looking at these wearables, and everyone at some core, a lot of them have the same pitch, which is my sensor looks slightly better or works slightly better than the other ones around there or is slightly more specialized. And because of that, I'm going to capture all this data. And once I have all this data, then I got this great SaaS licensing model that I uniquely can figure out what the heck you're doing and analyze it, whether it's how healthy you are and what exercise you're doing. But the question is, you got to understand this world where there's going to be aisles and aisles and aisles of stuff. The real question I have is not about capturing that data. It's really, why is your device going to win? And I still think it comes back down to kind of brand and knowing who you are. And there's this overlay that's happening now, which is fashion's kind of colliding. But even some of these specialized, you guys had one in your last class, Ringley, and there's things like that. There's still a lot of questions on, what do the customers really want in terms of this collision of fashion and wearables, and what is going to, are the fashion companies going to make them, or is the tech companies going to make them, and why are you actually buying it?